What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Scale News Update. If you're not familiar with the show, this is where we talk about the news topics that happened in the scale world of RC over the past week. If you enjoy the Scale News Update, hit the like button. Let's jump into this week's topics. First for this week, Killer Bodies is releasing a new hard-body Jeep Gladiator. Now this is designed for the Killer Bodies Mercury chassis, which is a more scale, it's like a radius arm, front suspension, a little bit more like a TF2-ish type competitor. But they do say that it will also work with some axial and TRX4 chassis with certain connecting pieces. Don't know exactly what that means yet, but I assume that we'll see a little bit more on that, as it says that they're going to be releasing this after Chinese New Year, which just ended. So good chance that we're going to see the official launch of this new body kit here very soon. And from what I gathered, this is being sold as a body kit, but it's super detailed. It looks really good. Opening hood, removable top, and Jeep licensed because it looks like a Jeep. So if you wanted to build a super high detail Jeep Gladiator model, this is going to be the way to go. Looking forward to more information on this. And they did mention that the actual production of these should be finished up around May. Looks like we're going to be able to get these through A-Main Hobby, and hopefully we see those up for pre-order, or at least pre-order information up on these soon. Redcat just released a new h.o.g designer show kit. This is basically a lowrider roller or slider. Basically just the bare bones portion of the lowrider for you to finish however you'd like. But beyond just being the slider kit like the LRH285 that they had released before, this one is all chrome because, you know, the old saying about chrome. Redcat has carved a niche in lowriders. There's a ton of people building, custom versions of whatever one they want. So this makes total sense for them. If it makes total sense for you, you can get one of these on order. And right after that, they also teased something else new coming. My hope's a donk. Give me a donk. You're building ridiculous stuff. Give me a donk. Throw your guesses out there as well. The more ridiculous, the better. Of course, I know you all want donks as well. Last week we mentioned that Team Garage Hack had a forward motor mount coming out soon. I think it's actually their previous motor mount, but now you put the motor on the other side, even more forward, and then the spur gear the other way, and you're good to go. So that's available now. If you wanted to pick one of those up and pair it with one of their new chassis, you can add all of that stuff on their website, and I'll add a link to this product down below. And speaking of Team Garage Hack, thanks to them for sponsoring this month of the Scale News Update. This week, we're going to talk a little bit more about the Rocky Mountain Regional Championship. We talked about it last week when it was announced, and tickets went up for sale yesterday. Now, Class 2 already sold out pretty quick. There was a number of technical difficulties with the actual ticket sales site right at the time of launch, but that got cleaned up a little bit later in the day. Class 1 and Class 3 still have some tickets available. So if you're thinking about going, absolutely check the link for ticket information down below, see what is left available. That event is being held in the Red Feathers, Colorado area, which is about an hour or less outside of Fort Collins, which is only about an hour north of Denver. So you can fly into Denver International, drive up, stay in Fort Collins if you like, tons of lodging options there, or you can get something up closer to the event site. Now I'll put a link below where you'll find event information, including stuff like lodging info or whatever I can find. I'll just make a little page where I'll put all of the information that I have, and I'll keep adding to it as we go. And I say as we go because I do plan to attend this one, and I'm really looking forward to making it up there. It is June 2nd through the 4th. Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3 all being ran each on their own day. If you do plan to make it out, be prepared. It is held at 9,000 feet of elevation in Colorado in early June. Weather could be anywhere. It's being held at Beaver Meadows Ranch Resort. On site, there's a ton of amenities, including a restaurant and a bar, which will be open all weekend. They're gonna have live music Friday and Saturday night. There's hiking and paddle boats, mountain biking if you wanna bring the family and allow them to do other fun things while maybe you have fun with this part. Or if you just want to plan to come to spectate, anybody can come and spectate. It's just $5 to get in. That's just the resort fee on their side itself. Everyone who comes in has to sign a waiver and whatnot. I think it'll be a lot of fun no matter if you're competing in the actual Sorka competition or you wanted to come up and just run toy trucks on the rocks that are going to be up in the area, up in the mountains like that. You're going to find plenty of terrain. Come and spectate, come and hang out, whatever it is. I'll put a link to all the information for that event below. And thanks again to Team Garage Hack for sponsoring this month of the Scale News Update. Segueing right from that event, this Wednesday, Matt and I are going to be starting our Road to the Rockies series, where we'll both be building up our Class 1, 2, and 3 trucks to head out there and compete in this year's Nationals to Us event. Really looking forward to it. 3 ground up trucks. I have nothing to start with at this point. 4-ish months. It's a lot of time, but not a lot of time with the lofty goals that are being laid out. You'll see that information this Wednesday. Both Matt and I will have videos that'll go out, and then you'll see videos weekly until the event, alternating between Matt's channel at Scale Builders Guild and my own. Make sure you're subscribed to both channels so you see those updates when they happen. For those of you who may be looking for an event but don't think you're going to be able to travel all the way to Colorado, if you're on the East Coast, this year the East Coast Championship is going to be held again at Cherokee Rock Village right near Center, Alabama. That event not only is having a Sorka Class 1, 2, and 3 comp, but also WRCCA style competition as well, including Mini, MOA, and Super. So 6 classes total, including the Class 1, 2, and 3. They will be running 2022 Sorka rules for the scale side. TGH is sponsoring the scale side, and Deluxe Fab is sponsoring the WRCCA. If you're interested in that event, I'll put a link to the Facebook page that is available for that now in case you're thinking about going. That is happening at the end of May, so just like a couple of weeks before the Rocky Mountain event. And then it's that time of year again, King of the Hammers. King of the Hammers right there. Starts off this week. Now it's over a week of actual events and things like that, coverage going on, but this week is when everything actually gets started. I'll put a link below to the schedule of events because some days it's just basic, pre-running and course opening stuff, but you'll start seeing actual competition starting, I think, like Friday this week. And then the big race is next Saturday, but tons of racing going on. This weekend, there's actually the desert racing, the trick truck, or whatever they want to call it, not saying trophy truck. So that is happening this weekend. 2 days of that should be, it's fun to see those guys fly through the desert. No rocks, but it's a good precursor to what the big show is next Saturday. And while I did wear my King of the Hammer shirt this week, don't forget you can also get Harley Designs merch now available on the website. Shirts are up now, tons of sizes. We did run out of some already, but we'll keep restocking and having more styles available soon as well. So keep checking that out. Appreciate all of the support for the channel. For you Traxxas TRX4M owners, Holmes Hobbies has 2 new upgraded motor options for you, both a 66 turn and an 87 turn. So depending if you want a little bit more speed or a little bit more low end control, 2 options available. Those TRX4Ms have a ton of parts rolling out for them. Upgraded motors are definitely on people's lists. So if you wanted to change stuff up, check these out for options. While scouring for news stories this week, I did run across this one from Power Hobbies, where they're offering some aluminum dually wheel setups for the SCX 24s. It's only for the rear axle, so it doesn't look like you're gonna be able to put duals front and rear, because I'm sure people want to do that. But for now, at least, you can get them on the rear. But actual aluminum wheels as well. So I'm sure these are probably not the first to be available, but they're the first that I've seen. This week, Duratrax released some new crawler tires. These are the 1.9 fossil tires. This was an interesting one to me. Duratrax has had tires for quite some time. No surprise there. But I think these are the first release in this area, crawling scale style area, that they've done since Horizon purchased Proline. So I was a little bit surprised to see a new design under this name. Thought that was kind of interesting. But Duratrax tires are interesting. Some people have better luck with them than others, but this is the first one that we've seen in quite some time. They're usually quite a bit less expensive than the Proline counterparts, so there is definitely that side of things and probably where they were aiming for with it. This week, RC4Wheel Drive released a few new parts. They released some 1.7-inch BFG KMs, that old school mud terrain style tire. They also released some deep dish 155s for those of you looking for that slightly different look. Then they also released some different styled heads that you can put on that V8 scale motor that they have. These are a licensed Edelbrock style versus the stock ones that are on there that look pretty similar but a slightly different color. I got an email this week from Tamiya saying that they will be releasing a lot of new kits at the Nuremberg Toy Fair this year. Nuremberg Toy Fair goes from February 1st to the 5th. And at this toy fair, they're going to release over a dozen new models. And most interestingly, 2 of them are going to be on new platforms. So not just the typical reimagining of a previous kit with the new style on top, but actual new models. So that's interesting for Tamiya because that does not happen every week. So looking forward to that. We're going to find that out for next week's show, as we'll have all that information here at the end of this week. If you're looking for some new work trays for your hobby room or to take with you when you go out in the field, Jasper Hobbies has released some new Mini J trays. And these trays are made the same way that like a lot of the trendy Yeti style coolers are made, with rotational molding, made out of that very similar type of material. So you can get these in a couple of different configurations. I'll put a link to them below. This is a new size that is a smaller tray. They also have some much larger trays as well. So if you're into something a little bit different than what you may typically have seen, check these out. Pretty good looking pieces. This Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, come hang out with Livestream Takeover. Matt and myself will be discussing the details of our newest Sorka builds for our Road to the Rockies series and everything else that's going on. Maybe some of these new Tamiya kits. We'll see what kind of info rolls out of that. Same time as always, this will be, I think, the 151st week in a row without missing. Consistent. And of course, also Friday Night Live, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, same time as always as well. Last week we discussed fads and RCs, and I asked you guys what you thought the next fad that may kind of fade out will be. And there was plenty of interesting comments. A lot of people wishing that the smaller scale stuff wasn't as popular and we'd see as many new releases in 1/10 scale as 1/24th, but the sales volume of the small scale stuff just keeps it on that upward trajectory. For this week though, it was our first week of the year so far where we haven't had a new RTR release. We've had 9 RTR releases so far this year. We're on a trajectory to beat last year handily if we can keep up this, but it's our first slow week. So I want to hear who you guys think the next RTR release will be from. Throw your guesses out there. With that, that's going to do it for this week's news topics. As always, I appreciate you guys for watching every Tuesday. Hit the like button if you enjoy it. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell so you see the videos as soon as they get uploaded. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.